Hey, I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty, and today we're going to talk about the 5 mistakes that buyers commonly make. The first mistake that buyers make is planning a secret price swap. They're saying, I'm just going to get this deal under contract. I'm not going to tell my agent that after we get it accepted, I'm going to try to renegotiate after the fact. Sometimes they'll put that into the home inspection request and just be completely unrealistic. Other times they just go back and say, no, I'm not going to buy it. I've won it. They've got it under contract with me. I'm going to renegotiate. This also can be put under, be honest with your agent. Be upfront with them. We can only help you if we know exactly what your intentions are and what you're looking for. The second mistake buyers make is making unjustified lowball offers. Now, as your agent, hopefully you have our trust, and we're only going to give you advice based on facts. So if there's a $400,000 house there that's worth $300,000, we can justify a quote unquote lowball offer. If it's only worth 300, it's not really a lowball offer, it's realistic. Now, if it's worth 400, 420, and they're trying to get multiple offers by listing at that price, we're also going to tell you that, and we hope that you trust us, knowing that if you really want that house, you need to take our advice and bid up to what we think it's really worth and what it'll take for you to win. So just take that into consideration, knowing that there are some motivated sellers out there, and we usually can look at the history of the listing to understand if that seller is truly one of those motivated sellers. The third mistake that buyers most commonly make, and this one's kind of a fun one and it's kind of touchy, is bringing your entourage to your showings. It's okay, you just want the decision makers there, and sometimes the decision maker is a best friend, it is a parent, it is an older child, but you don't need your designer, your architect, your contractor, your painter. They don't need to come on the first couple showings. They can come during the inspection and do measurements and all those types of things, but you don't need 10 people giving you their opinion unless they're truly a decision maker in your life. So I always recommend you and whoever's going to live in the home, look at it the first time, and if you need to go back a second time to get the comfort of somebody's second opinion, family member, best friend, things like that, bring them along for the second showing. The fourth one sounds a little bit negative on the agent side, but it really is to help everybody in the relationship, and that's demanding too much of attention early on. Now, early on is defined by what your time frame is. If you're looking to buy in the next 60 days, there is no early on. You need to start working right now, and getting out to see a house that day or a couple of houses the next day is not asking too much. If your objective is to sell your house and buy a house maybe 12 to 18 months from now, then don't ask your agent to show you 15 homes the opening weekend after you've had a conversation. Our time is our asset along with our knowledge, and if you're constantly wanting to see homes just because they're cute, or you want to see the design, over time, that agent will either have to give you some boundaries, or that'll be that agent that people always say, why doesn't my agent ever call me back? It's just because they weren't willing to have that honest conversation with you and say, you know what, this is your timeline, let's work it backwards, when we really should be intentional about looking at homes and not just casually checking things out. And the fifth thing that buyers do commonly, that it really is a mistake, is changing their mind repeatedly. So this doesn't mean that you shouldn't adjust what you're looking for as you are going through the home buying process, but you really need to sit down and figure out what are my must-haves, so my non-negotiables. So if that's just you, have that conversation with yourself, start creating that list of my must-haves and I really would like to have, and true bonuses. If you have a partner or someone buying the house with you, you guys should have that conversation together and create that list. What I always recommend people do is independently come up with your must-haves and your negotiables, and then come together and compare your lists. If you have anything that overlaps as far as you both have it as a need, then you don't even have to discuss it. It's definitely a need for both of you. It's when you get into the ones where your must-have is one of their bonus items, and it might be a really hard thing to find, like a pool or a 3-car garage, then you need to have that conversation up front before you start looking at homes. So really define what you're looking for, so you can avoid looking at 15 different cities with 100 different neighborhoods, townhomes, single-family homes, condos, all those things, and really figure out what you want so your agent can guide you in the right direction. Well, I hope you found that list helpful and it gives you a more enjoyable buying experience. As always, if there's a topic you want more information about, please reach out to me, send me a message. And also, if you know to be buying or selling in the Lake County, Illinois area, please refer them out to me. I'd be glad to help them. Take care. I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty.